Hugo Keenan scores a 79th minute winner for the Lions to get their biggest ever comeback win, 18 points down. They fight their way back against a valiant Wallabies performance. What a game. What a game. Controversy at the end with the Jack Morgan's clean out on Carlo Tizzano. Probably not the best look from Carlo Tizzano. A bit of controversy there. And I don't think that decision was the reason why Wallabies lost. I think they lost it in that 5 minutes before halftime, allowing the Lions to score those 2 tries to change the whole game. That was it right there. And probably Tom Curry's tackle on Suali'i. Big plays, big players in big moments of the game. Outstanding. Nonetheless, probably one of the best, if not the best, game of rugby we've seen this year. Outstanding. It had everything in it. Tries galore. There was drama. There was physicality. There was niggle. There was big tackles. There was awesome tries. Like, it had everything. The jeopardy, the drama, the series decider pretty much. Lions now win the series. It's the first time they've won a series in a while. It had everything. We wanted response from the Wallabies after the first test, and we got it. What a game this was. Before we get into it, what's up guys? Dane here from Kick On Rugby. And I felt all the feels on this one. I'm a South African. I've been living down under in Australia now for over 10 years, and I felt that one. I was so happy when the Wallabies were getting on the front foot there, when they were scoring their tries, dominating the Lions, and then felt the full turnaround, the 360 or the 180 of feelings there where Lions fought their way back and Hugo Keenan won it at the end. Oh, man. Massive credit to Lions. They stuck it out. They faced their own hurdles and battles, like Tommy Freeman, yellow card. They had injuries leading up to the game. It's been a physical tour. And they come up against it. They've never won a game in Melbourne as well. They tick that box off. They've changed that record. They have now won a game in Melbourne. And wow, Wallabies up 18 points and lose it. They were leading for 79 minutes of this game and lose it right at the end. Oh, I'll start with the Wallabies. Man, what a difference. What a difference. Super proud. Like I said, I'm not a Wallabies. Well, I'm a Springbok fan, but I'm the Wallabies fan. I'm a Wallabies fan as well. I've been living here for 10 years. Part of the culture. Love everything about the Wallabies and Australia, and massive proud of that effort. Yes, definitely wanted the win, but the turnaround from the first test, immense. Obviously, Skelton and Valentini being the difference there. That 1-2 punch, Skelton getting under British and Irish Lions' skin like he's done it his whole life. He was just into everything. Niggle here, niggle there. That's what you need up front. Every team needs that up front, and Skelton brought that. Then you've got Valentini coming around the corner, giving you front foot ball. Every time he carried the ball, getting over the ad line, just making everyone else's job that much easier. When you've got guys that are come around the corner, getting over that vantage line, taking 3 or 4 defenders with them, you're getting clean ball. The guy who comes in to clean, he doesn't have to clean much anyway because the ball carrier has taken most of the defenders with them. Jake Gordon is there. He's got clean ball. He's got time then to pick out his options. Tom Liner's got time then to pick out his options. The runners of him have got time. It makes everyone's job easier. And while they did their jobs really well, there was obviously talk beforehand about how long they were going to play. So Valentini only played 40 minutes. Will Skelton only played 47 minutes. And while I'm also the biggest fan of Jeremy Williams, how they were playing, I don't think he matched that coming on in the second half. So Gleeson that came on for Valentini, that was like for like. That was the perfect swap. They were doing the exact same thing, getting over the ad line, strong ball carries, tick, really good. Skelton for Jeremy Williams, not the same player at all. Jeremy Williams is going to give you a ton of work rate, getting around the park. He's going to give you his lineouts as well, but he's not giving you that niggle. He's not giving you that physicality. I think if Valentini subbed for Gleeson, fantastic. If Will Skelton was subbed for someone like Lukan Salakai-Lotu, that would have been like for like as well. And they would have done the exact same things. Salakai-Lotu would have got under their skin like he's done in the 3 games that he's played against them this tour already. He would have given you that physicality as well, that front foot ball, that coming around the corner, taking 3 or 4 defenders with him when he carries the ball. So I think that, like, in hindsight, yes, obviously it's easy to sit here and say that. I think that would have been the perfect sub then. Valentini off, Gleeson on, Skelton off, Lukan Salakai-Lotu on. That would have been it for sure. But regardless, Skelton and Valentini showed that they were definitely missed in that first game, and they showed what they were made of in this game. They were fantastic and really got under the Lions' skin for sure. The Harry Potter injury, that also didn't help because there was a 6-2 split. McDermott had to come on, although, I mean, he didn't do too badly at all. A scrum off coming on at the wing didn't do too badly at all. Did love their intent. So early on they took the penalties at goal, which Tom Liner did fantastic. I'll talk on him and Jake Gordon as well there. Turnaround from that first game to the second game, outstanding. They were both really good in this game. Instead of, for James Slipper's try, didn't take the 3 points, went to the maul, backed themselves, had the momentum here, pick and drive, and James Slipper went over to score. Fantastic. They were playing on the right side of the field. Territory game was really good, applying pressure like that and just being physical. Physical. We said it in the preview. Lots of people have been saying it. You need to be physical here. Did love also playing with the ball. When they get down there, really good. All options. I think this is how Jake Gordon scored his try. He had so many options there. Looked up, saw the little half gap, went through and scored. And right off the back of that, Jorgensen gets the ball off kickoff, busts down the edge. And what do? It's almost like a turnover because the ball is kicked. He makes a line break here. He's committing defenders here. Then they shift the ball. They get a lovely ball out the back. They get it to Suali'i in midfield. He straightens the line, busts through, drawn pass. Tom Wright goes over to score. And I'm like, let's go. I'm running around the house. I think I woke the kids up. The wife was not impressed. But I was amped because this is what you wanted. You wanted this from the Wallabies. You wanted reaction and you wanted them to play how we know they can. And this was it. But then this was also not it. This was also when they lost the game. Was that 5 minutes before halftime? I think the Lions, it was still 34 minutes had gone. It was still 23-5. In 5 minutes, the Lions scored 2 tries just before halftime. It changes everything. It's now 23-17. They're now within 1 try scored to lead and convert that try, and then they're going to lead the game. So I definitely do think that's where the Wallabies lost this game. And they did really well in this game, kind of nullifying Lions' line speed. So in the first game, they were throwing longer balls or having a lot more passes before contact. That gives Lions defense time to rush up and apply a ton of pressure. Well, here they were just throwing off Jay Gordon, then they're playing the tip-on pass, so just short passes, small passes, and then dominating that contact zone. You can't then rush up. Or you're going to rush up, but then they're going to throw an inside ball, and they made a lot of meters like that. So it's kind of nullifying the Lions' rush defense that worked so well for them in that first game. Like I said, I did think Gleeson did really well when he came on, like for like with Valentini. Would have been great if Lukan Salakai-Lotu came on as well. Oh, man. I do think Suali'i got found out a couple times at 13. Again, I said it in the first game. They targeted him again. It's hard to defend at 13, but you got to make your tackles, man. Too many upright tackles. You got to go down and make those tackles around the hips. Like I said, Jake Gordon, Tom Liner were fantastic as well. Felt like they had a lot more time on their hands and played the full 80 and played really well. When your forwards are giving you go-forward ball, makes it so much easier for 9 and 10. but not to be for the Wallabies. I hope they can go on, and this Wallabies squad doesn't deserve a 3-from-3 loss. I hope they go on and win the third test in Sydney. Jumping over to the Lions. Man, what can I say? You have to credit them. You have to credit them. Regardless of all the controversy at the end, which I will talk on that in a minute, regardless of all of that, whatever you think of that clean out or whatever, they were under the pump in this game. Under the pump. They were 18 points behind and come back and won it in the last minute. Talk about fairy tale endings. Talk about history. Talk about everything that this Lions tour means every time they take the field. That's it right there. That's that never give up attitude. That's that get up, go again. Playing for more than just yourself, your teammates, for more than that. That's what it felt like in this one. A massive, massive win. Absorbed that pressure in the first half, won that last 5 minutes in the first half, and then in that second half, kept the Wallabies at bay, didn't let them score any more tries, and scored a try when needed to. I think what they did really, really well in this game, fantastically well. I actually didn't get the stats on it, but every time they entered the 22, the Lions did, they converted into points. They are so clinical when they get into the 22, and that was probably all the messages that Faz was sending down was, we just need to get into the 22 because we're scoring every time. And they did that, and they did that really well. Absorbed that pressure, every opportunity they got, kicked the ball down or worked their way down the field, got into the 22, scored the tries. Dan Sheehan, Hugh Jones, Tom Curry, and then in the second half, Keenan. Get into the 22, we're going to score tries, and that's what we do. They did have an opportunity missed though, like Jack Conan knocked the ball over the line, Dan Sheehan then went on to score right after that. So the rules around diving over a tackle, when it's in the act of scoring a try, you can do it apparently. I've been watching rugby for hundreds of years, it feels like, and I'm still learning about rules. So yeah, apparently in the act of scoring a try, you can dive over a tackler. At faced adversity as well, the Lions did under a ton of pressure, forcing discipline errors. Tommy Freeman gets the yellow. This is when they were really under the pump. Wallabies gone to score a couple more tries after that. But you've got to give credit to the Lions up against it. They work their way down. Jamison Gibson Park just controlling the tempo. Such a smart player, knowing which way to go, knowing how to work his forwards around the park as well. That picking up the ball and just getting around the corner, bringing Conan with him. Him picking it up and running at that 10 position there, draws in the defender here, pops it out to Conan. That creates the half overlap. Curry does what he needs to do and scores in the corner there. And then what I loved about Hugh Jones's try, and this is right before halftime, was the quick thinking of Finn Russell. No one's down the back. Had they had the penalty, no one is there. Takes a quick penalty, pumps it right out on the 5-meter line. They set it up there. They set up the maul. They get a few phases going from that, and you're not stopping Hugh Jones that close to the line. That's just eyes up footy from your key players, making big calls like that and then executing on it as well. Because you can have guys that think of wanting to do stuff like that. They try and execute it and fumble it, kick the ball dead or don't kick it out. Finn Russell sees the space. No one's back there, has the penalty, pumps it down, executes it, and Lions score of that. And that changes the game. That changed the momentum, changed the scoreline, of course, and it just gave them a different mindset heading into halftime. Another big play in this game in the second half, Wallabies make a line break down the right edge. I think it was from a kick. They get a turnover. They make a line break. McWright busts through the middle, throws the ball to Suali'i. Tom Curry backtracking. The ball was on this side of the field. He's backtracking here because in case it comes back, Suali'i gets the ball. It's one of the most dangerous ball carriers for the Wallabies. Curry makes a ball and all tackle. He knocks the ball on. And it's a try-saving tackle. Although the tackle was made on halfway, for sure it's a try-saving tackle because Swali'i had about 3 or 4 players outside of him and Lions had no one. They were stretched. So massive plays from your big players. Fantastic. Tom Curry there, outstanding. And again, one of the other tries that I missed earlier by saying when Lions make their way into the 22, Tide Burns try. Fantastic. Again, make their way into the 22. Patient. Have guys running back at the ball. Have options for Gibson Park. He sees his old mate out on the wing, throws the triple skip to James Lowe, and he's underrated in this. His ability to create overlaps, to draw defenders in, to take his man on and beat him. Does a little shimmy goose step, hands off, I think it was Len Ikitau, throws the little offload out the left hand. Burn beats 3 players to score in the corner there. Had no right to score that one, but fantastic from James Lowe. Probably didn't have his best game to his standards at all, but that little play there, fantastic. And that, man, when it mattered most for the Lions, they put their hands up in this game. The whole forward pack, the subs that came on, Gange was fantastic. Maro Toje, Ollie Chesum, unreal in this game. Got through a ton of work. And like I said, when it mattered, put their hands up. The big players wanted their hands on the ball. Keenan gets it, stands up Ikitau, throws a couple dummies. Jorgensen stays off him and he scores it. And they win it. They win it in the 79th minute. Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? Wallabies leading the whole game. And Lions take the lead when it mattered the most, right at the end. Talking on the controversial clean out. So the law is you can't clean a person out from like the neck over the head area, but it can be eliminated or it can be allowed if players both arrive at the same time. And this was their reasoning for this. If that was the reasoning for this one, it should have been a penalty.
They play arrive at the same time.
Jack Morgan did not arrive at the same time as Carlo Tizzano. Tizzano was there first. He was there first. So that was their reasoning for that being okay to clean out where he did clean out or where he made contact. And that being the reasoning, then it should have been a penalty. Because surely, how are you looking at it as a ref? How are you looking at that saying they arrived at the same time? They obviously didn't. But again, that wasn't the reason why I think the Wallabies lost this game. I think they lost it in that 5 minutes before halftime, allowing the Lions to score those 2 tries to change the whole game. That was it right there. And probably Tom Curry's tackle on Suali'i. Big plays, big players in big moments of the game. Outstanding. What did you guys think of it? Who was your man of the match? Who played well for you? Who didn't? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Bye.